what's your character's name again?
Alistair.
You, Alistair, were in. You had been in the bar where the beast got the better of you, and you had eaten a poor soul that you were making out with.
Poor skater boy.
To cover that fact, you had gone into the toilet, simulated relationships with him. Luckily, you didn't skull fuck him. But and as you were, basically as you were going, and that's kind of how you. And then you called
Max
to come and help you out of the bind you were in. And I believe Max came and took you out through the back. Is that how you get you out?
I can't remember
that and dosed the poor soul with lots of anaesthesia to make it seem like an overdose.
That's right, you did. Yeah, that's correct. So then that left Jessica was at the communal haven. You've been busy planning for your upcoming art opening and stuff that you were doing. Sigrid come back from being there, I believe, was getting ready to retire for the daylight.
Me and Matt were gassing.
Yeah. So the night daylight comes. I could do this really nice, like the guy does on thingy about how daylight comes and everyone gets up and does their shit.
But you.
Right, but we're not. We're going to go straight to the next night. So you can all make a rouse check to see if you wake up hungrier or not. If you fail the check, you get hungrier.
I failed. I can't reroll.
Sorry?
Or I can reroll.
Blood focus.
I think. I'm not sure if this one. I think it's only only when you do disciplines, but let me just check.
So my special flower isn't doing anything anymore.
Is that a euphemism?
Yeah, it's only when you're doing.
Sorry.
And you can't. And
Part being dead, I'm afraid.
Either. Hunger.
No. I can't go for a low check.
Unless you kill someone.
Oh, yeah.
I pass my rouse check and it's still at 0 hunger.
Yep. Because you
passed the rouse check?
Yeah. Oh no, that's a fail. Sorry. I've got the dice the wrong way around.
There's no
well
symbol there.
So you wake up hungrier than the night before. Did you resolve your stains from last week as well?
Yes, because I decided to just go. Yeah, no, we're not going to go impaired. We're going to have a humanity loss there instead.
That's right.
I feel it was justified. Let's say.
Yeah, I mean, you did kill someone and then desecrate his body. I think it's only fair that you get a little bit shell shocked from that.
That's fair.
Takes a lot to recover from
is
that.
it one willpower you regain?
So now you actually gain, I believe, from the rules, willpower, non-aggravated willpower back equal to your either your resolve or your composure. I think, but I will look that up.
Because we do have an ag.
Would I have healed my health, my single level of bashing?
You have to roll for that. The only way to get that back is to roll. You can roll. You can heal up to 3 for every rouse check you make.
It's true.
Because you are hard as nails.
Sure.
Let's use the Google for books.
As I didn't wake up hungrier, I am going to make a rouse check to heal the superficial damage I've taken.
Yeah, so at the beginning of a session, vampires and mortals alike can remove a number of superficial damage levels up to their composure or resolve rating. Use the highest from their willpower track for non-aggravated damage.
So that is 3 with superficial willpower again.
Sorry, can I re-roll rouse checks for healing?
No, it's just for disabilities.
It's just disabilities. Okay.
Could I possibly borrow your rubber?
Yeah.
And to heal your aggravated willpower damage,
Sorry.
to heal your aggravated willpower damage, you have to have proven that the last session, or during the end, you basically do it at the end of the session, even though this is the start of the next session. It's basically if you've acted towards your ambition.
Yes.
So, what is your ambition? So we know what
Climb the ladder.
Sorry?
Climb the ladder.
Climb the ladder. You have not got anywhere close to climbing the ladder really yet.
No.
Which ladder are you climbing? Is from the back garden?
Yeah, I'll go to Alfred's and get a
You
ladder.
have not really gotten anywhere into. You have just started out, so you have not put yourself
Are
in a
you
position.
suggesting that we are not the pinnacle of high society?
I'm suggesting that Alistair is not the pinnacle of high society. I'm suggesting that Jessica, however,
Yes.
may well be pretty high on the list of positions.
So there you go. You got it from the horse's mouth. You need to climb, Jessica.
No,
He
please.
wouldn't be the
No.
first.
Not after the incident in the toilets, please
No.
no.
Did you get the message off Alex?
I did. I know exactly what Alex is doing tonight.
Yep.
And why he's doing it. But a lot of that's not going to happen before this Elysium, because it's night for you to put on your art show. So obviously your humanity is.
My humanity is 6.
So you'll get up. Did you sleep at the Haven, Communal Haven, or just go home?
I think I did, yeah. Yes,
Okay.
I was at the communal.
So you'll get yourself ready. You'll get up around the same sort of time because you're 6 as well, aren't you, Callum? Humanity?
Yes.
And you're 6, so you three will all get up, knowing that your companions, Sigrid and Matt, don't get up for at least an hour, if not more. You have plenty of time to.
Draw moustaches on their face with Sharpies.
Yes. That
Sounds
does
like a
mean
good
going
plan.
into their rooms.
That sounds like a bad plan.
Oh no.
So obviously you're fretting with nervous energy.
I'm actually nervous about this Elysium. It's not even real.
So you're going up to run. So you'll probably, I imagine, gather anyone up that's in the Haven and straight away to the warehouse to make sure that the
We're
in my haven.
you're there. So it's just you'll
Oh no!
you'll leave. You'll probably meet your husband there because he knows to come and meet you.
Had some last minute preparations to
He
do.
does
or
wonder
something.
why you wasn't home when you got home from work. Because normally you come home after a night partying, and he says, "Come on, he does remind you you're still on thin ground."
I know. I had plenty of stuff to do for the opening. I was quite busy.
He seems to accept that because he's met you at the time that you suggested, or sort of, so we shall see how well your staff and your orders have been laid out. So if you want to, what are you aiming for? Do you know what you're aiming for here?
I just want it to be a success.
So what's the look you're going for? You're just going for like a sort of bare warehouse look with just the sculptures dotted around?
Yeah, it's a flavour of Torry for the high society.
Right.
So it's but the nicer parts of Torry, not the druggies. We've got no druggies about.
Okay. So,
Sorry.
What it's got to offer.
okay, so give me a well, it'll be intelligence leadership. So how well you've done this year.
Party planning?
Yep.
Good. Thank God for that.
Who would have thought you'd taken a speciality in party planning, eh?
Why would I ever do that? That is 2 successes.
Okay, so the things you wanted seem to have gone off. So as you arrive, it seems to have spilled over a little bit. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, your recent activities in the bar have far and wide. Obviously, you've already been in the media spotlight because of your potential affair with either Alistair or with
I think mine was just Alistair.
well, you was also rumoured potentially having that affair with the paparazzi dude.
Yes,
And so obviously having sort of
Sorry.
declared all that as sort of null and void with your big rant against the hunter that was that had come into the bar, or the lady that had come into the bar. So there's a red carpet leading out of this, and it is a dilapidated warehouse, but there's this red carpet that comes out to the roadway there's it's a bit like a sort of almost like a cinema opening in some respects. There's what they call a tents barrier, but like nice roped tents barrier that leads them. There's a nice big queue waiting to get in. There's bouncers that have been employed to sort of to allow guest entries. Obviously, there's a VIP list of which obviously all the kindred you've put names down to. Did you put Thin Blood on the VIP list, or are you just letting them get their way in if they can?
I wouldn't have put the Thin Blood on the VIP
Did you put
list.
Danny though? Even though
I would have put Danny on, but not like the rest of them. Danny and Guest, in case you want to bring Rachel? Is that her name?
Oh yes, Rachel. I do like Rachel.
so
I don't like
Have I
Rachel.
met Rachel? Was she the one that offered me kinky vampire sex?
she might have done, yes.
Very much within Rachel's character.
So yeah, you get inside graffiti artists have obviously been working during the day, and so there's like graffiti all over the sort of the sort of covering the windows almost, and covering the sort of interior, covering the exterior. But it's all artful graffiti.
Yeah.
All done to sort of emphasise different parts of. It's almost like scenic graffiti of different parts of Torry. So the Lidl's is highlighted. It's got its own little thing. The
That's
golf
cool.
club has got its own little picture and sort of the scene out front. And then you've got, like one of the more notorious. There's like a picture of the methadone line, methadone line, live for the methadone, live for the methadone for the meth, all sort of queuing up the high street. There's that kind of all graffitied up in style and like a big mural on the wall.
All the best.
It actually sounds really weird.
And then inside you've obviously got he's got like 20 pieces, the artist you've got. It's all been positioned and he's kind of rushing around. Well, no, he's kind of rushing around sort of like just last minute repairs, polishing. Because as much as he gave his call and was quite, that's all fine, he's really kind of sort of nervous about this. Your assistant mentions, that the press have been in and done the pictures already. So the press are already blogging about it and that kind of stuff. Even though press will be here for pictures tonight, obviously they wanted press pictures of all the pieces in advance before anyone else got in. So they sort of got in at the last sort of twilight parts of daylight.
Can I ask, is his friend Barney running around as well? Because the artist was Rob, and he brought his friend Barney with him up to the bar.
Up to the bar. You haven't seen Barney, but you have to go and grab him and ask him if Barney's there.
Right.
Or not. This is just your sort of initial sweep of what
I
you've
just
got
wondered
in,
if he was...
and you were like, yeah, this is good, and sort of everyone's sort of ready to start letting people in. Obviously, it's going to be an hour or so till, but the queue is quite big out front. Obviously, if anyone was following social media, the Instagram and Twitterverse is alight with this. Obviously, no VIPs and bigwigs have come yet. None of the rich and known from Aberdeen proper, but there is definitely a queue of wannabes and students and hipsters and some others, some locals are just kind of looks like they've wound up and queuing up for. Well, it's a queue. We're British, they like a queue.
Not stand it.
So it could be free stuff. The bar is well stocked, so and everyone is kind of just sort of waiting for your last minute inspection now before they sort of, due to open 20 minutes ago for the thing to sort of, because obviously it's available to mortals and everything.
Yeah.
So they're just waiting for you to sign off now, and like the sort of your assistant.
Yeah.
Who's employed for this, she's literally sort of your inspection and sort of waiting for you to give your final say.
Right, so there's nothing obviously that looks wrong with anything if I take a walk around it.
Well, give me a wits and awareness check.
Do you know? I
No,
thought
wits
you
and
might say
investigation.
that.
Wits and investigation, sorry. You're inspecting rather than.
Oh, there it is. I'm going to willpower that.
Okay.
I really desperately want this to be a success.
Nice.
That's 4 successes.
Yeah, so there's a few things that, a few minor points you correct that, flower arrangements aren't quite right on a few tables, as you're like, nope, that needs to be fixed. That keg needs to be put out of the way. This bar needs to be draped. This VIP area, she's done a sort of special VIP within the thing
which is
for your guests.
Yeah.
And you're like, you know, these drapes need to be, this glass needs to, you know, this plexiglass needs to be done, and this bit on the edge of the dance floor is not frayed. It's like frayed up, coming up. It's not secure.
Yeah.
All these things that, you know, you worry about and you've called. So yeah, it gets fixed momentarily. The event planner has a team of riggers and staff members to come and sort that out, and it gets quickly sorted.
Cool. Okay.
So they're just looking for you to give the go ahead.
Yep. I'll sign off on it.
Okay, so the front door is open and guests start streaming in. We'll come back to, as the guests are streaming, we'll come back to the art exhibition in a bit. So Martin, Alistair and Max, you wake up in Alistair's haven.
Okay. I am going to state, by the way, that my desire for tonight is to make sure Billy stays alive.
Okay.
And I am going to go straight away to check on him to see if his condition has improved or worsened, or if he's staying stable.
Intelligence medicine roll.
How good does he know how the thing that goes bing works?
Not the machine that goes ping.
Oh, a non-messy crit for a change.
A non-messy crit?
And your dice roll is so good though.
Giving me 5 successes.
Yeah, so he's stable.
Yeah.
The whoever Alistair got in to come and check on him during the day has obviously pressed the right buttons and binged the right machine that goes bing, and changed the drugs over correctly, and he looks like he's well on the mend. He is still in a. It looks like he's probably in some kind of sort of. He could easily be brought out of whatever conditions, almost not quite coma, but that kind of condition he's in.
Yeah.
But he looks like he's not quite conscious really, or he may have been conscious during the day, but he's drifting in and out of sleep now.
Yeah.
He looks like a few more days rest and he'll be fine. I don't know who he is, but yeah. Where did we kill him? Where did you kill him from?
He
The bar.
was
Is it?
frenzied at
That's
He's
the pot boy.
He's the window jumping.
He's the pot washer. Pot washer from the bar, isn't he? Yes, yeah.
The one we went back to his house and went back to the bar because it was actually still in the bar, but it was in the cellar.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting, but that you haven't done that. That's right. Yeah. So yes, but he's fine. I mean, he'll get better. I mean, in terms of like, you've done him a bunch of damage. It's aggravated damage. He's immortal. It's going to take weeks.
Unless I speed it up by feeding him loads of blood, which I might do when I go back. Because I don't think I honestly want to show up to Elysium hungry.
Well, there is a thing.
That seems like a bad plan.
So yeah, so when you wake up, Alistair, Max is in with the patient, sort of checking all the charts and checking. He seems happy with the progress. The progress seems to be as best as medicine can currently produce.
Going well?
Yeah. After near exsanguination. Oh, I don't like that word. It is a bit dodgy.
He's got everything he requires, doesn't need anything else.
As far as I know, if I need anything else, I'll let you know, but about as good as medical science can do, he's going to take a while to recover from this. Unless I speed it up, but I'm not sure about that. I'm going to see how the night goes.
Okay. Want to head out to Elysium?
You know it's Jessica's big party tonight, and you know that you would be expected as her sort of quarterita there to
Don't exactly want to let Jessica down, do we?
support her.
Excuse me, man. I'll just. I better go change into my other lab coat.
Ah.
Formal lab coat.
Yes.
Don't want something more formal.
It sucks having shitty manner, isn't it? Sometimes.
just
Here's
just
what it
shows
is.
a line of suits.
No, that's what Dr. Tim used to wear.
Okay. So you get yourselves ready.
I'm not wrong, am I?
No, you're not.
I would lead Max to the elevator and go down into the
Yep.
separated garage and get Moira to drive us there.
And Moira, your retainer, is going to drive you there. Yes. So you will be the first of the VIPs to turn up. Mainly because you kind of get in there early. Most of the other kindred will get themselves there about 11. You've got there about, it's probably close to 9 now, 9:30. But you know you're going to support her, so you know you're sort of there as kind of not hosts because she's the main host, but you are the host coterie. So
Yeah.
So you get in. Obviously, it pulls up at the red carpet. Yeah.
Yep.
And the door opens. Someone like comes. One of the boys comes along and opens the door. One of the people on the door.
Gosh, it's very swish, isn't
Yep.
it?
So
Tidies the suit.
you step out the car first.
Yep.
Okay, so obviously the paps go crazy. Let's give ourselves a how stylish can we be for looking stylish and looking good entry.
Yep.
So if you give us a charisma and I suppose whatever's your highest, but tell me what you're using, either persuasion, performance, etiquette. Yeah, one of those three.
I will go for persuasion, as I'm assuming my business etiquette does not apply.
No, not really.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I just thought I'd ask. Yep.
I'm going to go for etiquette.
Okay, 2 successes.
2 successes. You get out, you make a decent impression.
One
Paps go
moment.
mental.
Oh no.
Elysium, no! Not my Elysium!
2 successes.
Okay, so neither of you trip up getting out of the car. Martin doesn't rip the head off of a pap or anything crazy like that, or seriously damage you or something as he comes it. To make an impression, you get out, you walk up the red carpet. There is quite a few whispers in the crowd of "Who are you?" Because they don't really recognise who you are. No idea who you are.
Alistair's new boyfriend.
Alistair's
another one.
consort.
Well, could be. I mean, you know, who knows? Alistair is well known to like people of all ages and all types. So
There we go.
he has never been picky.
I'd just like
Not
to.
seriously.
I'd just like to put a bracket on the all ages. Above.
Yes, we got that
this
one.
is-
Yeah.
but
So,
there's a lot of rumours going around about you.
Yeah.
and yes, your picture has made its way onto the internet, and Instagram and Twitter.
I'm not sure this is a good thing.
Well, it depends how many pictures in London there are, isn't it?
I probably should have set up a side door for.
Oh, you have.
Yeah.
Well,
They just haven't used
there's totally one. It's just that obviously Alistair wants to be seen
This is true.
because that's part of his cover. Like,
I don't have
Yeah,
much
because
of a choice.
because part of your thing is that I was looking to invest in helping it.
Yeah.
So your little earbud will go, and they will tell you that that Alistair has arrived, and your husband is obviously by your side at this point. And he does look a little bit. Oh, you've had to invite him, have we? Not obviously no love lost there. But yeah, you go and meet and greet, and yeah, and the by the time you get there, you walk inside. Scene as described, apart from it's full now of people. I mean, there are probably 300 to 400 people in here, and it's not quite jam packed because it's really it's a gallery opening in some respects for stone sculptures, but there is a dance floor on one corner, or sort of one part of it that's kind of been curtained off, not sort of curtained off, but there's curtains around it to sort of hide the sound, sort of capture some of the sound in, and then you can kind of come in, you can dance, there's chairs, there's bars, and you can kind of do this wonderful walk through, sort of, that takes you from the entranceway all the way through all the stone sculptures, and it deposits you in the kind of like bar stroke party area. And then of course you can, and then there's little tracks where you can go back. There's still a few more stone sculptures dotted around. So yeah. And there's like people milling about. There's people standing in front of a stone sculpture, discussing the meaning of it. You've met the artist before, haven't you? He was at the pub, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was, yeah.
We have met
wasn't,
the
but-
artist.
Sorry.
I haven't met the artist yet.
Yes, we have met the artist.
Yes, he's met the artist. Tried to intimidate the artist. Didn't you? Yes.
Yeah.
So you're together.
Good evening.
Good
Welcome.
evening.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you so much.
What hosted?
Thank you. Thank you so much for all your help with this evening as well, Alistair. My husband's still here, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for all of your help this evening, Alistair. The security guards you recommended were fantastic.
Which security company did you go for in the end?
It was one of the ones that you listed off.
Yeah, which one was it?
You did tell me.
Oh,
I
good.
don't know that I wrote it down. It's one with it had one not human, one I can't think the word I want. I don't mean not human. I mean I don't know. And then I can't remember what it was called though. I'm not sure whether you told me what
You
it
know
was
what your
actually
notes?
called.
Don't think so, because this is the new shape. Because I transferred it after. So it was on the back of my old shape.
Bother.
You've not.
I've not met the artist.
No, you're not.
No, but
in
I was
the
more
way
talking about
kind-
the security. You might have had notes on
Oh,
security guards.
sorry.
Sorry.
Was that when did you talk about it? Was that the session we were here?
No, that was just because it was the same session that Jessica was targeted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember there was one.
Is that the one where we were in the hotel?
Yeah.
Yes.
I cannot remember what.
Okay, so let's have a look.
That session, yes.
I've got down in security, but I haven't actually written down what they're called.
Because it was just before we went into the hotel.
Yeah, one of them was like a mage or something, and the rest of them were humans.
They're all as far as I know, they're all human companies.
I think he told me that one of them was a.
No, that was
Is that out of character knowledge?
no, that was something else.
Oh, sorry. I'm
yeah. That's all right.
getting confused.
I don't think.
So I
There was a few options. Herculean Firearms Incorporated, Nastrum Private Security. They were the two biggest ones in Aberdeen. Then there's Glass Protection, BSD Security, or Underground Security. And those last two were the two cheaper options.
I think we said to go for is it Astrium Private Security? We said?
Oh, and let me just double check. Yeah, I think Nastrum. It doesn't
Yeah,
say which one you
it
chose, but it
sounds
sounds like
right,
I think that was the
doesn't
one.
it?
You never told me which one you chose, so
Oh.
Yeah,
so
so-
you
yeah.
just,
Yeah.
Those are the
Nastrum.
options.
Yeah, that's true.
Astrum.
Yeah.
Nastrum,
Nastrum.
Nastrum,
Interesting.
Nastrum Private Security.
It always worries me when he says interesting. It's never interesting for us. It's usually bad.
Yeah.
May you live in interesting times.
Yeah, something like that.
Uh,
Right.
This is where the entirety of Aberdeen's Inquisition is Nastrum. Oh, good. Thank God.
No, we've got some agents elsewhere.
Just the main haven.
Right. So you've met my husband, haven't you, Alistair?
I have.
Thanks for looking. Sorry, right across your face there.
Sorry.
Nearly punched me in the face while trying to do a handshake. Yeah, thanks for looking after my keeping an eye on my wife there. It's always scary stuff with the paparazzi gets a little bit more too familiar. So thank you for being on hand.
No worries, sir.
Come, shall we circulate, dear?
Yes. Let's.
And you,
Shall we circulate?
We shall do.
You
Gonna be a fun night.
yeah, you get you which way you want to go straight towards the bar area, or do you want to say okay, let's look through the art sculptures?
We shall begin to look through the sculptures. Probably, if you guys are going for the sculptures one way around, we'll go the other.
They're leading off. They've been notified of someone else has come in.
Oh, good.
He's got an earbug as well, so he's going to meet some businessman. He's like, come on,
greet people and
she's greeting and meeting the VIPs, because it's not all just vamps on the VIP list. On this VIP list, to get in the doors, there's a few of like key business people that she's had to keep. She wants to keep company. Some of the more rich and elite as well. Yeah, more the rich and the elite and that kind of stuff that don't queue.
Is Dad there?
Yes, Dad, your dad is there.
Nice.
Or he's invited. He's not there yet, I should say.
Yeah.
Well, I've read that. Well, you don't know if he's there. He's on the invite list. You knew because you did see his name. You can go and see if you can find your dad.
Yeah.
He'll be if he's there somewhere. But before we go back to what you're just going to go to the sculptures, are you two?
Yep.
You go towards the sort of more towards the meet and greet area still. Okay, Siegfried.
Yes.
You wake up.
Cool. Okay.
Atop your
Soft play cigarette. It's like the Jelly Man in Kids Kingdom.
Oh yes.
A bit less grandiose.
yes. Basically, you sort of open the cupboard.
Yeah.
Get down off your ziggurat of soft furnishings.
No. Oh well, yeah. There's the coffin, and then there's the cupboard, and then there's the bed,
Yes.
and then there's So yeah. Yes, I'll get off of my cigarette of soft furnishings. I am going to get dressed. I'm going to be maybe belts. They're weird.
You're only as edgy as the amount of belts you have.
Well, I mean, how well dressed are you going for? I mean, part of you says this sack is fine.
Yeah.
But another part of you says that may not be what Jessica's going for.
Yeah. I think I will probably towards. I think that the result will basically be making some kind of tunic out of a bedsheet.
Yep.
But wearing a suit jacket on top.
Okay.
I think
seems legit.
It's a look.
Sort of Roman modern businessman.
Yeah.
New trending fashion.
Yeah.
And are you doing anything like overcoat anything to cover the face and?
Yeah, I'll wear like a scarf.
You always want to put your hat on as well. Don't you?
Yes, I do normally have the hat on. But I think I will go more for like a headscarf arrangement.
Okay.
I'm so glad everybody's making an effort for my Elysium.
I
I'm
wanted-
very happy.
I was wondering if there's going to be like a masquerade ball mask on.
I mean, I don't have that to hand. Otherwise, maybe.
So anyway, the house is quiet as you kind of get dressed. You realise there's no one in the house.
Yeah. All right. I was told where this is.
You was.
So.
And in fact, if you go into the lounge, Jessica has in fact pinned, because she is quite nervous about tonight, has in fact pinned on the wall a message for Matt saying, "Matt, we are here. Don't be late."
Oh, okay. Well, I won't. I think I could probably memorise that pretty well.
Sure.
Yeah.
How hard can it be to get from point A to point B?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so I obviously trust you to get there fine. It's Matt I'm worried about.
Well, yeah. I mean, does he know where? Yeah. Well,
He's not there.
he's not there. Oh. Oh well, I'll just take it then.
Okay.
And he must have already gone. So yeah, I will head out
Okay.
to hopefully that destination.
Okay, so you go down to the bottom of the stairs. Are you going out through the back door, or are you going through the bar?
I'll go through the back door because that's the way I've been
Yeah, that's
before.
fine.
So
So you find yourself on the street, and you've got a rough idea of where you are and where you need to walk towards. You're just going to walk in that way?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you walk, obviously you are a menacing figure that sort of gives off an aura of ugliness. And basically people are crossing the street to not be on the same side of the street as you.
Are people turning down side streets?
Yes, like literally everyone is like there is like an aura, a bubble around you about 15, 20 foot, maybe 15 foot of just people that they see you, they kind of sniff the air, just go into shops, duck into like there's a few bars that are open on the way. Stop if there's literally nowhere to go because they try and cross, and if the cars are too busy, they literally sort of push themselves up against things as you're just like looking at the map, sort of trying to follow directions to the way you're going.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to the sort of more industrial area of Torry, where the few warehouses are, and traffic's really busy now around this area. Obviously, there's you can actually see they've got a copter doing circles, what looks like this kind of crazy metal thing in the air is flying and just beaming this light down.
well, that's quite disturbing.
It's got like police written on the side, and you're like, oh, police helicopter, yeah, makes sense. And there are all these like metal, like I said, all these metal boxes that seem to be going in the road and stuff like that. And yeah, you kind of you follow it all, and there's like sort of lights lighting up this great graffiti on great murals on the side of what looks like it's a sign that looks like some kind of like grassy knolls with flags in them, and there's a big sign that's kind of been recreated, almost says coming soon, making Torry a better place, Endron Oil, investing in your future.
Mm-hmm.
And you seem to remember that they'd spoken about this before, and this was a sign that's actually in Torry somewhere.
Oh, okay.
And so they've just recreated it as it's a sign within a picture,
Yeah,
as opposed to
that's cool.
so
Yeah.
someone's taken the sort of snap picture of the golf course with some wasteland behind it that's got Endron Oil building homes for your future.
Nice. Okay. I'll head towards that then.
Okay, so there's lots of people. There's people everywhere now. There's people like
It's
taking
probably very bright. Lots of flash photography.
Lots of flag photography. Like you get to a point and you're like almost, I want to say sort of 50 yards away, and you're sort of on the corner, and you can just see where this warehouse is with this thing here, and like with the mirror you can see 40 yards, maybe 30 yards, and you're like, there is just tons of people. There's like a big queue. There's like these ropes. There's a big red carpet on the floor. There's a massive queue of people just milling and waiting to get in. There's like guys walking around in like with earpieces and black suits.
Yeah. I think really the thing that's going to kind of unsettle me the most is all of the flash photography. So I am going to see if I can find a different entrance.
Okay, so you go around the back, and Jessica, not thinking, has not told you exactly where the side entrance is, but you get around the back, and there is a loading area, which looks like there's kitchen staff out having a fag. There's sort of delivery trucks that have delivered kegs. There's loads of kegs of metal kegs there containing something, probably beer, stuff like that, and yeah, there's a way in through that way.
Going? Yeah.
Okay, so literally as you go in, not bothering to hide yourself or anything, you kind of walk in, and literally like you everyone just kind of skitters away from you. Like there's two guys having a cigarettes, and they're sort of smoking. They just take one look, and they just like sort of cover their eyes and just like fucking hell, that kind of thing. And like as you go through the kitchens, like the clatter of kitchen people like building on trays and stuff like that to go out just stops. And like everyone walks away from their kitchen and just like steps back out of your path. You lead you to a set of double doors. And from the other side you can hear music, and it's very in keeping with the night. There's a orchestral band in there that there's a DJ doing a dance, but there's also a sort of orchestral band. This is way too grand. There's a live band that at the moment playing a sort of orchestral rock, I suppose is the best way to put it. It's kind of got that kind of it's just music, no singing. It's kind of got this really sweeping statements, but in this kind of metally earth sound as well.
Okay. Cool.
You open the door.
Yep.
And there's people, and there's like a gasp, and people just scurry away from you, as like some people, and in fact you'll be walking past. You're going through the sculptures, aren't you? So you've kind of gone halfway through the sculptures at this point. Some are good, some are bad. I mean, unless you want to make an art roll, see how art critical you want to be.
What does that come under?
It would be under crafts to see to fully appreciate the craftsmanship, or crafts really to see how good
Academics?
it is. So academics will give you an indication of how it compares to other pieces. Crafts would give you the understanding of how actually good it is, and subterfuge would probably be to see how well you can talk about bullshit how good it is. Sorry?
See how well it's spent.
You may have finance roll if you want. Intelligence finance.
Yeah. So what would the stat be relating to?
Intelligence finance.
Okay.
And if I wanted to do academics, would that be intelligence and academics?
So
I'm going to do that because that's my best.
do I get some sort of call over my ear about something really scary has
Yes,
just
you
come out
would,
of the kitchen?
but you
Right,
will do
not
in a minute,
yet.
yes.
I'm sorry, I should have described it as something scary. Really.
It's alright. Oh my lord.
Quick question.
Messy crit.
Just because you
Messy
can like invest
crit.
in like stocks and stuff like that, not in stocks, in like paintings and art pieces and stuff like that, will my stock market
No, because stock market speciality would cover the stuff you do in stock markets.
but not?
Investment in material goods is not covered by the stock market.
Okay, fair enough.
It's covered by a different sort of investment. It would be an investment in something like, I don't know, like stock,
Antiquities or
or works of art or whatever.
Okay.
Really?
Oh, 5 successes with a crit.
Okay, so
Normal
Normal
crit.
crit.
Normal crit.
right, so you got a
I've
mess-
got 6 successes on a messy crit.
and you were going for academics.
I was going for academics. I have an idea. Which is, I just like start rambling off about like how it compares to like historical pieces and so on. And then I start slipping into like recognition, and just start spouting things about stuff.
No, I'm not going to recognition because that's
Okay.
That's, no, so what I'm going to have you do is you get separated from Alistair.
Okay.
Okay, as you're talking and talking and talking, you think you're talking to Alistair. Okay, and you're mumbling about how this compares favourably to, and you're going through sort of famous sculptures from past. You're comparing to famous artists from the past, and famous Greek statues, Roman statues, famous other sculptures, and you look around, and like how you have that fear. A lot of people have that fear of when they're doing their presentation on a stage, they're naked and everyone's laughing at them.
Yeah.
Well, you turn around and realise that no one's standing next to you. There's a couple of people videoing you on their phones and snickering to themselves, and you just feel that everyone is snickering. So you can make a resolve roll to walk away from there calmly, or willpower roll to walk away from there calmly. Active willpower to not just run away.
Can't I make a resolve roll?
No, you can make a willpower roll.
Damn it.
It's a willpower to go, basically, because the beast's suddenly gone, fry and cage animal. 1 success is fine.
Success.
You are pretty nervous, and they are laughing at you, and your paranoid brain's going to go a bit mental as you realise that whatever you were just spouting is someone's recorded and is probably on the internet. And you, however, have got that, yes, sculpture can be worth fortunes, but the reason why sculpture is worth money is, one, to do with scarcity, two, to do with how much new work from particular artists may be coming out or not, three, perceived value, which is why it's a world you don't really understand, because perceived value of art is it's who says it's good makes it good. At the moment, Jessica is attempting to convince everyone this is good, and she's put on a hell of a show for that. The show's good. Whether she can convince the other Toreador, who are really not just her, but the other Toreador and the other makers and shakers of Aberdeen and the world, that this is good sculptures. If it is, then the price of these sculptures will rise in price. If she doesn't, then it'll be worth 50 quid. The ethereal nature of it all makes you realise that it's things you don't know about. So, you know, you think with the right bullshit, you could sell it. I mean, the price tags are all a fair price for. I mean, they're all like 50 grand each at the moment, but.
Sometimes people pay that money just because it's
50 grand.
It's got that price tag on it, so they can say they bought a thing worth 50 grand.
So
I mean, I bought a cross the other week for God knows how much.
You know, I mean, like, I can still sell you dice for £65, so you know, a dice worth that, who knows? A stone sculpture's worth that. I'm no art critic. However, at the doorway, yes. So people are skitting around you, and you don't really hit. No one brings it to your attention because they don't bother you with every detail. But you do hear across this is sort of security go that basically the report is disturbance at the back door, disturbance at the kitchen doors, and you see these two big burly guys and a big burly woman, big jackets. Walking towards you. One's got kind of like a toothy, loafing grin on him.
Can I see this from where I am?
Make a wits and awareness roll.
Wits and awareness. Wits. Awareness. I'm not very aware, really.
And you can make a intimidation roll to see how. Well, no, you're not trying to intimidate them, are you? So no, you're like that. Yeah.
Two.
Yes, you can see that coming out the door, there's a sort of semicircle of, or not even, people are just actively walking away. It's kind of this hole's getting bigger, and nothing's coming in and out of the door at the moment. You can see Sigvid in clothes, definitely clothes. There's a suit and there's some bedding. And that's definitely the bedding in a kind of tunic way. And did Matt clothe them? Like, that's the question.
Right.
And then they've got like a headscarf on, wrapped in a sort of, I want to say a sort of hijab sort of style.
Yeah.
So they're not actively looking like Nosferatu out in plain sight. They've kind of covered their face really well, and yet still everyone's reacting like they can see ugly Nosferatu. Sorry, 2 seconds.
That's right.
So yeah.
Right. So I will. So I know there aren't any other vampires here yet because I've been being updated. Yeah.
Well, as far as you're
Greeting
aware, no one on your VIP list has got in yet.
Except the
Except for
obvious.
those two.
Right. Okay, so I would like to basically I'm going to go up to Siegfried and greet her, and by the force of my wonderfulness and the awe that I cause in people, try and make her
Turning your aura
acceptable.
on, is what
Just
you're saying, yeah?
yes, I'm turning my aura on, just trying to make her acceptable by the fact that I'm acceptable and I'm fantastic, and so Siegfried must be too.
Okay. Right. So you're trying to make her unintimidating and unscary.
So
Okay.
not
You can make a manipulation or charisma, whatever's highest, and
charisma.
subterfuge roll.
Beautifulness.
You can add your beautifulness. Okay. However, Sigrid is so inhumanly disgusting because of various different things. Okay. So I'll let Pam add their dice roll to this, and whether so your dice roll will be the same, and then you get to minus your 11 dice.
Okay.
So how many would that be? Minus what?
What was the roll?
It will be charisma
Yeah.
or manipulation and subterfuge or persuasion. Yeah, subterfuge really.
Not persuasion.
No.
Okay. That will be 3 dice then.
So 3 minus 11, so is 8. So your target number is 8 successes.
Got 9 dice. 1, 2. It's 4, isn't it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
You want a willpower?
I am going to willpower.
Oh wait. If you because you might get a 10.
I might get a 10. That is another 10, so that is. So that's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's it. That's
Yeah.
8. I'll right on the nose.
4, 8, yeah.
Is that right? 8. So
Oh God, I'm good.
Damn.
God, I'm
nice
good.
one.
she greets you in a darling, so wonderful of you to come out. I knew you were so ill. She comes out with this amazing bullshit story about how you've come off your deathbed, you're feeling terrible, and the crowd around you relaxes, and it's amazing. So for about the next hour, obviously, because an hour and a half is when the crowd sort of turns over. Some will stay, obviously, but the crowd sort of turns over and kind of that. About the next hour and a half, you'll have a no dice penalty to your interactions with mortals.
Okay. Cool.
Because of the various different reasons you have that.
Yep.
Because
minus 11 dice to. Oh my God.
We don't like people. People are mean.
but you will notice that she is indeed Sigrid is indeed gives off like her. Well, no, make a. As you're so close and you're doing all the sort of hugs and kisses and really trying to work it,
Yeah.
give me a wits and insight roll.
Oh, that one's. Should I breed?
Those two are both cards.
Yeah. This will be my only chance for successes. Those are no successes, not one.
No, weird. Why would people be like that? Sigrid's a lovely, true heart in sock. So,
Lovely person.
and is not even carrying their sword. So,
No.
you know.
Why would anybody treat Sigrid like that?
So yeah, so you kind of do your thing, and it takes basically a good sort of 10 minutes of you doing that until you finally coax your husband over, and he will shake your hand. But still, interactions are like, you know, great, nice. It's handshaking a leper kind of. That is that kind of like, oh great, I'm going to be civil and nice to the weird, deranged, homeless bum thing. You know.
I can't believe I succeeded.
Darling, why do I have to interact with you?
Why must I interact with this thing?
But yes, so
It's horrible. What's it, Creed?
yes, so you are there. So you don't actually stay spending time together, but we'll say the next 2 hours of the party, and then after that, there will be enough of a change in that don't remember that you had done this for you to start annoying people again and worrying people.
Yeah.
Sorry about the ruckus.
It's okay, it's fine. I should have anticipated it. Thank you so much for coming.
That's all right. I didn't have much to wear, so I
Yes, no, you did fine.
art show.
You did
I
fine.
thought.
Yeah. It's fine. Alistair and Max are here somewhere. They went that sort of direction.
Ah.
But if you wanted to go and find them,
I'll go have a look.
my husband, I must go. I'm afraid.
Oh, darling, if you don't mind, please see to your friend. I've just received some business phone calls, so I've just got to nip out.
Oh, okay.
But it's wonderful to meet you.
Wonderful to meet you.
He doesn't shake your hand again. Will kiss you,
Yeah.
hug you goodbye. Shouldn't be long. I just got to visit one of my establishments, meet a business friend, and then should be back within half an hour or an hour.
Oh, okay. Is everything okay?
You can make a wits and insight roll versus his covering the shit out of you.
God. I know exactly where he's going. Well, the player in me knows exactly where he's going.
Oh.
Do you?
I think I do, but
But you don't.
I don't. I bet I don't know. 2 successes.
Right, so that's enough. He is definitely covering something up. Yeah, you're going to have to question him more to find out what, but he is definitely covering something up. He's looking worried.
I don't suppose I pick up anything.
You can, you get basically you're trying to make an insight roll into humans and what they do.
Oh no,
You get
I won't
minus
worry
eight.
about it. Yeah.
Well, who knows? They're weird humans and their humanity.
Do tell me what's wrong. Something's bothering you.
No, it's nothing. It's no, it's really, really. I don't want to burden you. It's nothing.
Well, I hope it's all okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, just I just I just got to the docks. And yeah, just like I said, meet.
The docks.
Yeah, just yeah. Yeah, did I say the docks? Yeah, no, it's a business meeting up in Aberdeen proper. Yeah, absolutely, no, not the docks at all.
Not the
Wouldn't-
docks.
wouldn't
But
know I said that.
you'll be back in half an hour.
Oh, it may take me a bit longer now you mention that. Yes, I may have just got my timings completely wrong. You can try and get the more information out of me if you wish. You are a vampire with awe and
I'm
enchantment.
not supposed to be doing this stuff at Elysium.
Or your
Yes.
touchstone.
I shouldn't be doing that to him either, should I?
Well, you can do it to your touchstone. It's just that obviously.
Ooh.
I mean, what's your conviction? Why is your touchstone for what conviction?
It is making sure the family status is kept. Is the actual conviction,
Okay, so you
which
can
I
argue.
do by keeping him happy.
So you can do by arguing that finding out what's wrong with him means you can help solve the issue.
Right.
So yes, you
Yep.
can probably convince yourself that this is being true to your convictions.
Right. Because I could dominate. I could just tell him to tell me what's wrong. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm gonna...
That doesn't work. That explicitly doesn't work.
What doesn't?
Because they go into mindless state.
Yeah.
When
Tell me what's wrong. What's wrong?
yeah. I
you
would
have to
phrase
phrase
it
the
slightly. I
questions
would
like
phrase
that.
it differently, but yeah, I can. Now I've decided to do it.
You'd
I
have
will
to,
phrase
if
it
you
now.
want to do it, you'd have to put the questions on like, explain to me exactly where you're going.
Yeah. Yes. Tell me exactly where you're going and why you're going there.
Right, okay.
That's mesmerise complex commands.
Yeah, that's a complex offence to make the mesmerise roll. He
It
obviously
is.
suspects nothing.
Hooray.
Oh, so he's immortal, isn't
Manipulation.
he? You have to roll against mortals, do you?
It's
Yeah,
unsuspecting
no
mortals,
rolls.
isn't
He suspects nothing.
Unprepared mortals.
Your vampire will reaches out and snaps his will into your own as you can. So there's a guy that's asked me to. It's really embarrassing. He sort of looks to Sigvide but can't resist carrying on because obviously you have mesmerised him. There's a guy that just calls himself M. That has some incriminating pictures of me that's blackmailing me. So I've got to pay him 50,000, and I've got to go and deliver it tonight to a warehouse in Torry. Otherwise he said he'll put them out and really embarrass us and embarrass the family.
Incriminating pictures. What kind of incriminating pictures?
So I've been having an affair.
Really?
After everything that's happened.
Well, you were away
Right.
so many nights. You're constantly away. You've been forgetting
You try to justify your adultery.
You're so cold in bed at night.
After all the bother you put through, just when I got into trouble and had to be rescued by Alistair.
I'd like to intimidate
All the-
him a little.
Okay, so you can make your intimidation roll.
My Elysium! Oh, good God!
Wait a
Right.
sec. Has he done something that displeases you as a touchstone?
I don't know. No,
What do
it
you
doesn't matter whether he displeases me. It's whether I upset him, I
I
think.
thought as if they did something that, when I was reading on it the other day, if your touchstone does something that you disagree with,
Oh,
What goes counter to the conviction you have in them.
Well, it's what he's done. Yeah, this is totally counter. But so he gives us stains what the argument is it?
yeah, I
Book-
believe
book-
so.
book
I'll
Google.
double-
Here we come.
what does give stains? My touchstone upsetting me, apparently.
Yes.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Stones. 173. 173.
Yep.
Well, let me read it, and I'll rather than you reading it out to me.
$239. You have to go to humanity.
You're go too free. Oh, I love books that do that.
Well, the problem is, isn't it?
Go here, and then go there, and then go all over the
Look on
place.
page XX.
Damage to a touchstone, it says.
So if they change in a way the vampire doesn't approve of, the widow remarries, the priest leaves the parish, that kind of ideas. But
Oh, awesome.
your conviction is keeping your family together.
Yeah, making sure the family status is kept.
Okay, so this has definitely done something, and which has betrayed that conviction, which is the bottom of 240, so it's the first column.
Right, yeah.
It's just it is a stain.
Is
It's one stain.
Terrible
Yeah, because he has damaged. Well, no, he hasn't damaged anything yet because he's not been caught, and he's trying to actually there's no don't get to say it because he's been caught, but he's willing to go and play the blackmail off to keep the status of the family.
it is a potential stain in the making.
It is a potential stain in the making. Yes, if this was to come out,
Right.
if whoever this M figure is was to become known.
Do we know anybody whose name begins with N?
I'm not sure.
You couldn't.
But he's not there. He's not. What did you get on the invitation?
I forgot to add hunger. I got 1 success on the intimidation.
Yeah, basically you overcome and you kind of growl, and he does take a step back.
You betray your queen.
This is-
Where I come from, they would have you sent to the wolves for such a grave horror.
Secret.
Tori's not that bad.
Thank you.
I've never heard that about Iceland.
We.
Nordic countries. Anyway, sorry.
Would you care to stop insulting my friends? Thank you. We have to deal with this. Where are we supposed to be meeting then?
The warehouse. Warehouse the docks. Tory side.
Right. Come on then.
Okay. Alright.
Not smart.
No, that's fine. So we can't resolve that scene because He's not here.
It was him.
So we shall interlude to later. Just assume that scene has been resolved in some way.
Oh, God.
We will play the rest of the scene in a quantum state. Either your husband is there, is not there, you are there. No, you're going to have to be there. So we're going to have to work out the scene somehow.
I could take
Right.
my husband.
So,
Come here.
could he have, whatever happens, he's gone home? Whatever the outcome is. If he's
let me just read what he's.
You just
Right,
grab
okay.
another cup of tea. Thank you.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. I've known about these incriminating photos for so long.
Wanting to not actually find a way to find out. Yeah.
And I've not ever had a way to find out, and now this is how I found out. Oh my God.
What a bastard.
Do you know what? I was thinking, before I mesmerised him or dominated him, I was thinking about texting Matt to get him to follow him. As he wasn't here.
Yeah.
And here's the reason.
The question is, who is he having the affair with?
Mm.
I know who he's having the affair with. It is my enemy that I put down and then sort of forgot about. We sort of glossed over her for quite a number of sessions, and then he started sleeping with her.
Oh.
So, right. Hello, mate. Walking stick.
No need, madam. I've taken a few beatings. More to the mental esteem.
So what brings you here then?
I did a fair bit of investing into the show itself.
You're not breathing, laddie, are you?
Shit!
Blush of life.
Yeah.
Blush of life.
None of you did blush of life, no.
Oh fuck. It even vaguely occurred to me at one point and I still didn't do it.
Sorry if this may be seen as rude, man, but may I ask who you are?
Well, you can explain to me why you're not breathing. And yet you're talking. Are you one of those vampires?
Playing it off, pretending like in a very jokey tone, like, yes, madam, sure.
Great, I've been waiting to meet one of you. Because I'm not breathing either. And I want to know what all this big vampire's about.
Ah.
She says it quite loudly, and a few people near her start turning and looking at the conversation.
Right.
Oh dear.
Look her dead in the eyes. I'm assuming we can get eye contact.
You'll have to oppose. But...
Yep. Come outside, man. We've got much to discuss.
Okay. Do you roll?
2, 3.
Straight in, tries to dominate. No mucking around from Alistair.
That was a almost masquerade
I would
breach.
have just pretended she was a crazy lady. You'd just come up and start talking to me, would have been my way of dealing with it.
I got this to beat.
Oh, shite.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Well,
Willpower.
Spend it. Spend it.
When it comes to dates BC, it counts up to 0. And then
Okay,
it
yeah.
counts
1, 2,
it
3,
counts
4,
backwards and then
5,
it
6,
counts
7,
from
8.
up, doesn't it?
Sorry?
8.
Okay. Okay, done. Okay. You bend her will to this poor little old lady. You bend her will to yours and lead her outside. Where are you leading her?
Out to the back.
Out through the back doors to the kitchens?
The side one. I'm assuming that I've found it.
You have found the side
Yeah.
entrance for the kindred only side entrance. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we come out of the entrance.
Yeah. You could have just gone to the VIP section, but sure.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's fine. Go outside for this conversation.
Yeah.
Go outside where it's not secure.
There's paparazzi.
There are
Right.
many, many paparazzi.
Not at the side entrance though.
No, they've been kept away from the side entrance. Well, they're in the distance.
Yeah.
Because basically the side entrance is like a covered walkway.
Yeah.
That cars can get right up to, and then the paps are all kept sort of a distance away. So at the end of the road, sort of like, kind of So paps can see you, but the chance of them getting a good photograph are slim.
Okay. Right. Terribly sorry for that, madam. However, what
I'm
you
sorry. I wanted to come outside with you.
do... Fair enough.
Not every day, young mind like you asked me outside.
What I must make you aware of is what you just did there is a big no-no in Vampire Society.
Well, how was I to know?
Which is why I had to get you out of there.
But you did it to my mind. You could have just asked.
Yeah.
This is what you do as vampires. We have to constantly play with each other's minds or something. How do you do that?
It's an ability certain vampires possess.
Oh, that's cool. Can you teach me?
How long?
I'm an old dog, so I don't know if I want old dogs to learn new tricks.
Yeah. How long have you been dead?
Bit of a personal question, isn't it?
I mean, it's not that personal. It's a very...
Oh, about a week.
a week. Okay, sure. Right, first of all, there's a few rules that need to be stated before anything. After that, there is a group that we will be able to... There is a group that we'll be able to help you to, that will be able to help inform you of other things related to vampires.
Oh, there's a whole group of vampires, not just me and you. Excellent! How many's in this group?
First of all,
Is it as big as my knitting group?
None of the vampire stuff. That doesn't get spoken about. Nobody knows. It stays between other kindred. Second of all, the word's not
Kindred?
vampire, it's kindred.
Sure.
Yep.
They don't say that in the films. I've watched all the films this week.
We make the
That
films.
Twilight is really odd.
We make the films.
I don't
That's a good
sparkle
way
or
of
anything.
We make the films. We make...
You make the films.
Not myself personally. Our society as a whole.
Oh.
To
Okay.
present false information.
Do we have bingo?
I'm not entirely sure of the entire proceedings. However, may I take your name, please?
Esther.
Esther? Okay, Esther.
Esther McDonald.
McDonald. I do definitely know about the Thin Blood group that Matt's sort of acquired, and yeah. So, what I'm gonna...
You've met Danny.
I've met Danny. Tonight, depending on who is around, I may introduce you to someone more like yourself, and they will be able to fill you
More
in.
kindreds.
Yes. But newer kindred like yourself.
So they don't play bingo either, or they do play bingo?
Oh my god. I'm unsure entirely of the proceedings. I went about it a bit differently.
So you don't play bingo?
I personally don't. They might.
Well, you should, laddie. It's a good fun bingo.
I'll try and give it an attempt at some point.
Absolutely should. You can win big money, you know. Get yourself a new pair of clothes.
I'm sure that it's well within my reach currently. Just sort of,
Says the guy that just literally bought a hotel.
yeah, guy that bought a hotel, bought equipment on the spot. Probably he's got Rolexes worth more than the fucking
I'm
warehouse.
sure you can manage yourself.
Yeah. I'm sure I can handle that, madam.
Okay, can we get back in now?
Of course
It's
you
cold
can.
out here.
Just remember, keep it on
No
the down,
mention the vampire word.
No.
Say kindred instead.
but don't say that in front of normal people.
Okay.
Normal people can't know anything.
Okay.
Okay.
So people that play bingo are normal. Can't anything in front of bingo players. Got it.
Right. I will.
Well, come on then, lad. Let's go and
Yeah,
see some art.
the other thing I'll do.
She puts a like only your nan can.
Yeah.
Grabs your arm and starts walking towards the door.
I write down Matt's number on a slip of paper.
Okay.
Contact this number with questions. Introduce yourself.
Is this your number?
And it's not mine. It's...
Oh, I thought I'd pulled for the night. She winks and gives you a little nudge.
Yeah.
Quite clearly not serious at all.
Yeah.
But quite clearly thinking, hello, you know, she's obviously a little bit of a
Feisty lady.
feisty young lady. Right.
87 years young.
If you're trying to stay stealthy, give me a Neil's trying to sort of hide stealthily.
Oh yeah.
Give me a dex
Ooh.
stealth roll. You can add 2 dice because
I'm
you've
not
down.
the person that welcomes people.
Oh, so. You got to be 1. See if Zemo notices you.
I'm not
Oh,
spending
God.
another willpower. I'm not spending another willpower.
Critical success.
Yep.
A bloody critical success. Right, sweet. Okay.
By the way, I'm going to send you a question, but it's not to answer now. It's just so I don't forget to ask it.
Okay. Okay. You are going to.
I think I know. I think this is like an instinctive obfuscate thing. Like I just instinctively turn obfuscate on.
Yeah, make your house check yet. She fell both of them. So you need to remain hidden. Like you are like, I'm going to stay hidden here. I'm going to stay hidden here. I'm going to stay hidden here. The obfuscate comes on. What hunger are you at?
4 now.
The beast comes up to the forefront. You are hungry and looking for prey.
Oh.
Like you are at a target-rich environment. There is.
You're releasing
There.
Jessica.
VIP area. Go to the VIP area. Go to the VIP area.
This is why we needed you.
There is targets everywhere for your beast.
Are any of them drunk?
Oh, drinking has been going on for many hours. It is a good 10:30.
Ah, so at least 4 hours then.
There are many drunks around. There are drunks by the. I mean, walking through the art galleries, mostly through the art path, I should say, are mostly newer people arriving who have been to a previous bar, so they're not as drunk as the ones nearer the bar.
Okay. Could I make some kind of, I don't know, intelligence and composure roll to try and remember where the VIP area is and get there?
Yes, you can.
The intelligence is remembering where it is. The composure is, do I get there? Alright. What am I saying?
You need all those dice, don't you?
The purple one.
Oh no. Oh, you didn't mess it
Dr.
up.
Messy crit? It's not a crit either, but it's
Not a
it is
messy either.
4 successes.
Yes. So you remember that there is a. This is designated Elysium. So one of the host's jobs for designated Elysium, depending on who's hosting it. Obviously, I forgot to tell you, you can just designate other Toreador or other kindred to run Elysium for you for a
Oh.
week.
I was not aware of this.
Yeah, you can totally do that. You're the one who's in charge of the buildings at Elysium and what's going to be Elysium. So you can designate someone's party as Elysium for the night and say, I want you to run our sort of more efficient. So you can get to that. That's your
Right.
as keeper of Elysium. You get to suggest people.
designate it.
Now, and obviously, you have depending on how public you make that known. If someone refuses that honour,
That's a challenge to your position, pretty much.
it's
isn't
both a
it?
challenge of position, but also it could also, depending on how they refuse, it can also be a detriment to their social status. So it's like it's a weapon you can wield as well
Right.
in certain circumstances. Obviously, all the Troiler would gladly do it because hosting a good Elysium is a status sort of bringer. And obviously, if you choose the wrong choice, if you choose someone that hosts one badly, that will reflect on your poor choices. But also, but you can also do it to put pressure on. So often putting pressure on a Ventura or putting pressure on a so not necessarily a Nosferatu because they don't give a shit. And Nosferatu run a shitty fucking Elysium.
Oh no.
But like you could say get Zemo to run one
literally.
for you, for instance.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Totally. God. Anyway, yeah.
Potentially get.
But obviously, most
no
of you keep
thank you.
your plan because you know that your plan knows
Yeah.
what they're doing. Well, all but one. We'll get to her later.
Oh.
She's turned up with her date for tonight as well. So, this is Danny's old character, Sire,
Right, okay.
that never got anything quite right. She's the Tori that never got anything
Oh
quite
yes, I know.
right. Right, so,
Oh dear.
where was we?
I was making my way over to the VIP area and hoping I can find someone
Yes.
something to drink there.
Yeah, you get to the VIP area, you would remember the VIP area is the place to go, and you go inside, and you can indeed find slightly more willing victims, people that are definitely prepped for the roles of accepting the kiss. And so yes, you can and you can definitely find someone to feed off, no problems.
Okay.
And get yourself nice and drunk as the blood that tastes of alcohol.
Do I need to make a roll?
It depends. Do you want to go for a heavily drunk someone, or do you want to go for someone just lightly drunk? You'd be able to find what you needed. Because the worst was you just plough them with a couple of whiskies and say drink more.
Yeah, I've had a pretty rough couple of days. I'm going to look for someone that was getting pretty hammered.
Okay. No problems at all.
I'm
So,
just,
yeah, make a roll then to see if your personality flips.
it was more
Oh,
because
it's fun. No, you didn't.
no, I was mean like I'm
Oh,
tasting
with your
blood.
blood,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what you make.
So
Make a hunger roll. Yeah.
what's the
It's a willpower roll plus a third of your humanity.
what's the difficulty?
Sight of blood is smell of blood is I think it's 2 on the 4. Let me just see you later,
See you later.
Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.
So 2 successes.
Yep. Oh no, sorry, 3 successes. Taste of blood while up in the 4 hour.
Oh.
Was that not 3 successes?
That's 2 successes.
Yeah, sorry. Taste of blood while up under 4 or higher. You will feed.
Can I
You may spend a willpower point
to
to halt the death of her if you wish.
I think that is probably a good idea. Yeah, so like just no, that's too far.
But yes, you would have fed from her. You have taken. So what's your hunger for? You're into 1 hunger.
I haven't quite killed her.
You haven't quite killed her.
I need a new hunger bar.
Yeah.
Just
What's
draw
your
boxes.
active willpower now?
Active willpower was 2. I have a max of 4, and I've got an aggravated willpower damage. And I've spent 1 tonight.
I'll just spend another one now.
Oh yeah, no. So my active willpower now is 1.
Okay, so one more left in the can. Okay, interesting. Hope nothing bad happens tonight. Eh?
Oh no.
My Elysium. My
Right.
husband.
Back to you two.
Right. So actually, I thought it through, and calling him probably isn't a good idea, as we never actually got to me
No.
calling him on his side, because out of character, I know that he has to do it within a certain time, doesn't he? Oh, so you can do that.
Well, you don't know.
But I don't know. But yeah, I know he can mess with minds. Yes, I'm still going to do that. I know you can mess with minds. I'm going to call you.
Okay. So, as you walk back into the party, your phone rings. It's Jessica.
Sorry, business calls. The Queen calls.
All right, laddie, no worries. I'll just be here.
Got a little bit of an... Hi. Got a little bit of an issue. Your particular talents could come in very handy.
Whereabouts?
Oh,
Yeah.
the warehouse that we're in.
Do we not want to return Elysium?
We do need to go back to Elysium.
If you go
but
back,
is
I'll
he-
deal with it.
Right, tell you what, I'm gonna...
He'll come with you because
come
he's
with me.
yeah. I mean, I think his thing is, he's in shock really now.
Right,
more than
okay,
anything
yeah.
else.
So we'll come back then. Right, we'll come back. Meet us at the VIP entrance.
Okay. I wait by the VIP entrance.
Okay. So you get back, no problems.
There.
He's as you get to the car, he's like, I'm not sure I want to come back in anymore.
I will stay.
Wait there a minute. I can. Wait, please.
Give you the benefit of the doubt. Wait.
And
You know
I can
you
just
cheated
speak
as
to-
well, right?
Speak.
Once.
Oh, so
once.
keep
there
it
was a
tally.
slideshow
Makes
where
a
he was being
difference.
blackmailed. There was a slideshow of me
Yes.
feeding. Obviously, it looks like I'm
Once because
sleeping
of
with
neglect,
all of them.
and they're neglect
Yeah.
I
because of this.
was. Can you make him
Queens
forget
are
it? I know
allowed
you can.
consorts.
I know you can do that.
That's normal.
I can.
Could you, please?
Slaves, not so much.
This is a major favour here.
I don't know about major, but we'll deal with that later. Please.
In the meantime,
He looks at you just utterly bewildered, just like.
in the
what are you
meantime,
talking
there
about?
is a
You
lady
crazy
in you.
person.
I point out Esther, who needs to meet her queen.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Right,
Right.
I'll go outside.
We've
Okay.
swapped.
So you're gonna mess with. I'll take
Should I
your
find out
husband's
what his name is? He's like Jeffrey or something, I think. Begins with G, I know that much. This is how important he is
Yeah.
to me, and he has been.
name. Not very at all.
Graham!
Except Graham.
Oh damn, that was nothing like what I was expecting.
It began with a G.
Okay, so you're gonna go mess with Graham, the husband's mind, are you?
I am going to go mess with Graham's husband's mind.
Okay.
Poor Graham.
How are you gonna mess with it?
So, I'm going out. Siegfried, you're there.
It's
I am.
indeed.
Siegfried, may I ask that you go back inside, as you are a bit of an attention drawer and I need his full attention for this.
I'll head back. Have you still got Esther just following you around?
No,
No,
He's
she's
left
waiting.
Esther with me.
Oh.
Right.
I'll go and join you guys up with you guys.
Okay.
Just scare Esther.
Let me think about this.
While you're thinking
You
all you
asked
want to
for
say.
it, bye.
Yeah.
So, Esther sort of looks at you. You're pretty bomb. If I was 40 years younger, maybe 50 years younger, and into women,
Yes.
I've got a grandson you can meet though. He would love you.
I'm married, thank you.
Oh.
Now, explain to me exactly what you told Alistair. He wasn't very clear. You're
Trying to go to.
kindred?
I'm a vampire.
You're
Sorry,
vampire.
kindred.
Yes, okay.
He tells me to say kindred, who likes bingo,
Right, okay.
and he's telling me that other people like bingo, but he doesn't like bingo.
I think he has got a lot of things confused.
Well, that does happen when you die. I can understand that. I've been dead, and oh my God, you're an ugly one. Sorry, no disrespect. Oh, that is some face condition. Did you not use oil of Ulay?
You should learn to respect your elders.
Didn't know you would be.
Yes. Siegfried is, I would suspect, quite a number of years older than you.
I don't know.
Yes, they
Looks
don't
what,
look it.
40, 50?
I actually look about 22,
Yeah, but you're ugly.
but
So,
I am ugly.
wrinkly.
Yeah,
So-
that's true. Yeah.
So
Oh,
had
yeah,
a
yeah.
hard life. So, when was you born?
Three 3,000 BC? 3, 8. a while. 70s. 70s.
Oh, so then you're not younger. You're not older than me then if you're born in the 70s.
It depends which century, I would say.
My
Anyway,
mind dithers.
Does when you get old, love.
It does.
You should try bingo. It really helps focus the mind. Come.
Bingo.
Have you never heard of bingo? Oh, it's this great game you can play with.
Maybe a conversation for another day. Right. You wish to learn more about a society, yes?
Well, I didn't know there was more than us, and then I met your. I just saw that this was. I've been in Tory all my life, and I just saw that there was this this big thingy going on. I thought, well, there's some rich people down here, and I was hungry, so I thought, there'll be a lot of people, it'll be easier to eat. People from outside of Tory. I don't really like feeding on people from around Tory because they're all mates and they're my neighbours or people I know's daughters and sons or their grandsons and granddaughters, and that's like just a bit wrong if you're eating off your best friend Mabel's granddaughter and you're trying to eat her for lunch. It's just a bit rude.
Don't shit where you eat.
That is a saying people use. Yes,
I learned.
it is a good saying, and that's exactly it. You don't shit where you're going to eat. And so I just thought that this would have all these uppity muckety mucks. And I'm pretty good at not being seen when I want to be seen, and so I thought I'd come in here and see who I could find to have a little.
Have you eaten already?
Yeah, I found some. It was really nice.
Oh, okay.
Here?
No,
Yes,
nothing to
that's what I
clean
came
up.
here for. Just explain what I came here for.
Yes. Nothing to clean up.
Oh no, darling, I bring my own wipes, and she can see in her bag. She's like pulls out like bandages, plasters, wipes, gloves that are that kind of thing.
She's very prepared.
But she's not prepared because she doesn't know about licking the wounds. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just I've sewed him up a little. It's fine. He won't notice.
They usually notice being sewn up. Here, if you were to lick the wound after, disappear.
Oh really?
Now.
And I do like some of these young boys all licking them. That takes me back.
Now.
Some of those
right.
American boys in the war taught me that. They likes a bit of a licking.
Now, it's a pleasure to meet you, Esther. And I'm sure I know we have much to discuss.
Oh no! If you're going inside, I'll come back inside with you. It'd be great.
I have to. I'm hosting this party, you man.
Why
Oh.
don't
Maybe aware.
you tell me about this bingo?
Take him off the team.
Okay. And I'm not going to sit and. Oh, thanks, Tony. Well. Good night. See you later. And you get to. This is where you get to beat your escape, and she will take you into a seat that she'll find, and she'll literally get dobbers out and bingo books and describe the awesomeness that is bingo to
Describe the intricate details.
you.
Which seat do I go to?
Nowhere near you.
Oh, okay.
You on for hidden. Oh, you're in the VIP area.
Oh,
This is
the
not.
VIP
This is
area,
not the VIP area. This will just be like a seat. They'll come in through that door, and so they'll get to see everyone as they walk past them that comes in through the VIP door. But they don't. And she'll sit there and sort of go on and on about calling numbers and different prizes and two lines and what. Have you been to bingo in real life?
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll go on about one lines, two lines, and playing the four corners and.
So marking the papyrus thus, the full house.
Yeah, you got it. We could go. We could win some big money. And she sort of looks at her watch. She's like, "Oh, I think it's finished for tonight now." But there's a Mecca bingo. There's a Mecca we can go to.
Tonight?
No, we go tomorrow night.
Oh.
They start at like 7:30, which is after dark. It'd be great.
Perhaps.
Right. What are you doing, Alistair?
Right. So I'm using the Forgetful Mind.
Okay. Make your rouse check. Make your rolls.
Okay, so is he prepared or unprepared?
He is unprepared.
Okay, so with it, I tried looking to see how much I could do. It's like every bit different. For contested, it is every roll different. You get to do an additional memory.
Okay.
So if he's unprepared, then he's not contesting it.
No, so make a roll though, just to see how much you get to rewrite.
Okay, thank you.
You can already rewrite some, and just to see how well it takes.
Cool. I am going to make a rouse in order to try and boost my manipulation.
That's fine. Make a rouse check then.
Can you do that?
You can indeed rouse check any of your stats.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's-
thought it was only you.
no, so did I. But it said that no, any of the stats you can make a rouse check
Okay.
to boost by the
So
integral amount of round.
probably told you there was a slideshow of. I did tell you that, didn't I?
you explained
Yeah, I
everything.
did tell you that part, didn't I? I forgot. I can't remember what I
5,
told you.
6, 7, 8. Right. Willpower?
You only needed one. It's fine. It was,
I know, but I want more.
Okay.
Have all the successes.
Okay. Where's 4 there?
That's fine.
That's
Yeah.
5.
Okay.
That's 5.
5, sorry. Cool.
That
Right.
is a complete rewrite of pretty much the last 5 years of his life, if you want me to. Definitely.
Right. So, first of all, everything to do with that night blacked out.
What's
Blacked
that?
out.
Tonight.
Not it's like everything to do with the whole
From when we left.
from when they left. All of M, the knowing of the incriminating.
Don't. Oh, okay. Yeah.
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 So all the pictures, like the whole bit there,
So all the pictures that you saw on
Yeah.
the wall, yeah.
and any of the things that makes him think that Jessica is having affairs.
Okay, yeah. So you got rid of it. So you get along with the things. So what are you doing about the paparazzi?
The paparazzi, like the whole and the thing that happened before, right? It was so nothing happened. So the
Wait,
paparazzi.
what paparazzi?
Do you,
All
when we
the-
left.
Right. So you've done no. So you've done all of the ones that
Basically,
Jessica saw at the he saw at Jessica's feeding.
Yep.
You've wiped all those gone. Right. You've done any knowledge that he had of being blackmailed.
Yep.
In his brain. You've done now. You said you want to do a complete write of all the affairs that Jessica's had.
So like anyone.
So now the affair with you.
So the affair with me was suspicion until we had a conversation about it.
Okay. And
It was explained. It was all put over.
so you're basically making
Yep.
him fully trusting you now.
Fully trusting me, and everything that was said, like my news story, is drilled into him.
Yeah.
The paparazzi obviously was part of that story, so that will come under
Yeah.
that.
That's fine.
Yep. Right. Also, so nothing happens like with Jessica as in there's affairs or anything like that. But I want to implant like general fights, like in the relationship, like a general distrust forming between them.
Okay.
Like so, there's the relationship's going on a downhill.
Yeah.
It has been going on a downhill, and there's a general level of animosity.
Okay.
There. We're actually quite good friends. I've been one of his personal counsel.
Okay.
So I've been helping counsel him throughout the timeline that they've been having the fights.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I get where you're going
I'm
with that.
not sure I do.
So that is so
That's
just
what you want to do.
yep. So that's all I want to do.
Okay.
Cool.
Right. So fine. Okay. You spend a good hour or so doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get back inside.
I think I get where you're going.
People have turned up. There are people there.
I will go and circulate and speak to some of the more important people, i.e. my VIPs.
Okay, yep. So you can definitely speak to some of the more important mortals. Give me a general social.
I mean like the vampires. When
I know
they
you mean
VIP.
that,
Oh,
so
sorry.
We're going to do this parts too.
Right,
We'll do
sorry, I
mortals
understand
first.
now.
So you
Right.
sort of come and talk to some investors, that kind of thing, thanking them for coming,
Right.
thanking them for sort of
Charisma and what do you like? Etiquette.
Yeah, etiquette or subterfuge, whatever you want to do.
Oh,
if
I
you
like
just put on airs, if
subterfuge.
you just put on airs and graces and subterfuge,
Yeah.
you know, you can
If
do
you're
that.
genuinely trying to be nice to them, it's etiquette.
I mean, etiquette's probably the right one actually. Yeah, you can only two
Each
use
one
for
has,
yeah.
yeah. So I only have one because I get one extra. So there was one
Oh, yeah.
difference between etiquette and what you call it. Anyway, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
So you are the darling.
Thank
Yep.
them. I always have.
You grab the artist, introduce him to some movers and shakers, introduce him to some more powerful sort of influencers within the art markets in Aberdeen. A few that have got connections elsewhere in sort of Paris and that kind of thing. And yeah, he pieces are selling and commissions are being had, and he's happy, you're happy. The general.
Sorry.
Barring anyone else's or you're mucking up with the sort of other real movers and shakers of Aberdeen, the night should be a rousing success for you and for the art world. A new stone sculpture has been born, as is the way of your kind. You are his muse, along with Tori, we shall go from there. However, as for the rest of who's actually there, let's see who's actually turned up. The prince has not turned up yet, but as you sort of move into the VIP area, you sort of do a quick count of who's around and who's not around. You've got Dr. Vanessa Cameron. She is there, and she is talking to Matt's sire, Dr. Angus McPherson. They are both in conversation. They are kind of drifting over towards where Max is. Because Max is in a lab coat. So.
On the other hand, do you know where Max is?
Well, yes, because you just fed. And then
okay.
So
I wasn't sure if that.
Yeah, you're in the VIP. You're not now hidden in the VIP.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that.
No, it goes now.
Okay.
So you've kind of fed and you're kind of like, wiped yourself off. And you see that these two people are walking. You can see they're walking towards him. More interesting than you assume they're doctors. He's a doctor. We're going to talk medical things.
They're like his formal lab coat.
Yes.
So.
I mind it, isn't it?
Wow.
Of the Toreador, Carly has turned up. She is probably the oldest Toreador in sort of the de facto clan leader, I suppose, in where you are possibly at the moment. Because she doesn't really come out of her church. She's actually out of the cathedral, and she is indeed enraptured. And as you sort of step into the VIP area, she does make a beeline over towards you straight. So she's going to be the first person you speak to. Stuart Cameron is there. He's chatting to Lennon Macmillan. And then Lorena is there with Nakonda, the two Tremere. Also in our Ella Kerr is in the VIP area with another woman who looks equally powerful. You might remember her from some I don't think any ever gave descriptions, so you don't know. Leah Anderson is also in there. And then you have Alice Cullen, who is the ambassador for Glasgow, who is talking to the large Rastafarian man who is the newly appointed ambassador from Edinburgh. They are talking about something. So, and literally, as you you step into the VIP area, all glam, ready to show off the artists to some of the movers and shakers in here, and straight away, Carly walks up to you and she's, darling, a wonderful, wonderful darling. And where is the artist himself?
This is him here.
Wonderful, absolutely amazing. Your work with sculpture, with stone, is divine. And he's just like, okay. And she's still wearing the sort of habit that she sort of wears, and she's like, I must commission you for my next project. And this is massive praise indeed. And she's like, no, you simply must. I wish you to do something light, something heavenly, perhaps. Perhaps you can. Are you inspired by God at all? Because obviously it's God that touches you. Would you be willing to do a piece for the cathedral? And he's just like, none of my pieces look like anything art or divinely at all. But I suppose. And he kind of looks at you. Who is this mad woman?
I'm sure something could be worked out, couldn't it?
Yeah, I'd triple lady, it'd be like 150,000. And she's like, oh, darling, that's absolutely fine. And he's just like, I'm in another world. And you can see this like look of, I am talking to people here, and he's kind of, as you've been progressing up, you've got up sort of richer and richer people. So now you're in a lot of the kindred that are just too. So yes, he
That's pocket change.
so
Makes
so
me
look
look like
she,
pocket
well,
change.
let me talk, and you see she kind of grabs him and sort of monopolises him. So you're like,
I might have said to him at some point, these people can be a little unusual, just
bear with
human. Yeah, bear with them.
eccentric and rich is
Yes,
probably how you may
yes,
describe it.
yeah. Just a little bit of warning before he gets dragged off in here.
Martin.
Okay.
So these two people sort of sidling over to you, and
Have I met them?
you saw them before.
But I didn't actually talk to them. Really,
You
did
didn't
I?
get a chance to talk to them, no. And they sort of, fellow doctor. And Angus McPherson, I believe you hang around with my boy. My experiment.
Yes, I do.
Yes, he worked out marvellously. Old Matt, you know, did a fine job there. Didn't think it was going to be him that pulled through, but you know, thought the girl who was going to come through crops, but he's the one that took the future into his own hands and strangled her. Glorious end to an experiment.
Yeah, that's a bit nostalgic, really, that actually.
And she's like, Vanessa, please, the way you treated Matt was disgusting, and even now we're still paying for it. I have a soft spot for Matt. I hope you are looking after him. I would hate to see any harm come to him. He's of importance to me. And you sort of see Angus is like, kind of gets a little bit.
Can I make an insight roll here?
You can, yes. Witch and insight.
Wits and insight.
Yeah.
One. And I'm not spending my last willpower.
Now, what are you trying to insight for?
I'm trying to get
The relationship between these
relationship between these two.
two?
Yeah.
You would say, if you had to guess, that one is the elder of the other, that Vanessa is the elder of Angus, and yeah. Maybe a sire-child relationship.
Am I seeing some parallels to my own
You are
past?
seeing massive amounts of parallels. And if your parallel is your sire was a dick, your grandsire was all right.
I mean, I don't see it that way, but I see it the other way around.
But yes,
Like, okay, his way of introducing me to Vampire Society was a bit harsh, but other than that, Dr. John treated me okay once we got past that stage.
So yes, so they're definitely not. They're parallels, but not similarities.
Yeah.
Or
Okay. And I'm really sorry, Lee. My brain is kind of slowing
Well, it's
down.
10 past 10, so I think we'll call it there for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going to spend some time chatting with them.
Yeah, you can spend time with them. I'll do one last cliffhanger ending up, so you guys can make your way to the VIP area if you wish.
Mhm.
Do you wish to take old lady Esther with you?
Yes, why not? She seems adorable, so naive. So
And
young, so
your-
sprightly.
People look at, like, they give a wide berth to you, and well, not wide berth, they definitely look back as, oh, that's odd, and old lady with you, and they're not really paying attention to her. They're definitely, you have an aura about you that some people seem to notice and decide to not be happy with, or shift away from a little bit. But
They're rude, I get it.
but more importantly, our final cliffhanger scene will be as Sarah Dalglish, one of the Toreador. She'll be, darlings, I've turned up. I'm in theme for tonight. You're going to love me. The new craziest artist. Ta-da! And she points. Oh, where's he gone? And she points over there, and you can see security running towards one of the sculptures as the person she's pointing to is a guy in a rock climbing gear attempting to put pitons into one of the pieces of art because he is an artiste rock climber.
Oh my god,
And
she's
we'll
outdone herself.
And we'll leave it there.
Is this your rope?
No, this was Danny's character's sire. Danny's a helicopter pilot.